Well, hello and welcome to this wonderful 2nd of January. In my hometown in Hamburg, we have a thick blanket, okay, not thick, but 3 centimeters blanket of snow everywhere, and I can see snowflakes falling in front of the window, which is great for the lighting here. And yeah, we have an interesting kingdom of Renaissance and empires and something else. It's Friday. We might have 3 expansions. Yeah, of course, Dungeon is from Adventures. And yeah, it seems like quite the explosive kingdom. A lot of stuff in here that seems good. We have priests and research and treasurer and also to a lesser extent Ducat for trashing. We have Silk Merchant for plus buy. We have Archive and Silk Merchant for draw. Research also. Enchantress also. A bit low on the village side of things, as essentially Silk Merchant is the only gives you the villagers, and also there's Bustling Village hidden below 5 settlers. And I'm not sure whether we are going for that kind of stuff, especially since there's so much other good stuff. And yeah, thus the village situation might actually be a bit tight, so maybe priest is not as enticing if you're pairing it up with silk merchant, just because you also want to go for treasurer, as I think copper trashing is more important than estate trashing here, because we have two very nice projects. Especially crop rotation is powerful in that you at the start of your turn get to discard victory cards for +2 cards. And that means that, yeah, gunning for this early on and keeping 1 or 2 estates in your deck, especially with Archive and Dungeon, will essentially increase your hand size while cycling through these estates. And yeah, it's great boost for any fast-paced strategies. Road Network can also disincentivize your opponent from greening all too early, or greening in a sense that where they accelerate you. And yeah, so lots of powerful stuff. If we look at the kingdom plot, it's also, yeah, pretty insane. A lot of thinning, a lot of draw, some village, no alt VP, some attack in Enchantress. That is probably not going to matter, and due to the terminal space being so tight here. And there's also a lack of during your turn gains. Like you can buy stuff. We have plus buy in Ducat and Silk Merchant, but the only other way to gain cards during your turn is Treasurer, and thus and that can only gain you treasures, and thus we will be limited by the stuff you buy each turn, and kind of be at the mercy of the price points we hit. And yeah, that makes it tricky because usually AI is plays those sorts of kingdoms pretty well, and I'm actually a bit scared of this one. Now, opening wise, I think Silk Merchant and the Priest should be wrong. I think Silk Merchant Experiment is great to try to hit 6 on your first reshuffle. But also 5 on the first reshuffle is fine to get a treasure into your deck ASAP. Dungeon is also good, but maybe Experiment might be even better thinking about it. The Experiment can give you this really nice, lovely short-term boost to yeah, to hit an early price point. And then on 5/2, Treasure Settlers is totally fine and totally good. And yeah, I don't know, you want to Treasure, of course, facilitates also hitting 6 a lot, and thus I like the 5/2 here. Let's see what AI has. AI has the 4/3 as well. And yeah, let's put in these experiments. Hope to hit 6 here. Actually, do we want to go for the treasurer or the crop rotation at this point? And crop rotation would mean that next turn we're guaranteed to cycle through one of the estates at the start of our turn, and if we then play both the experiment and the the silk merchant, we're pretty likely to find the treasurer. We're also pretty likely to find the treasurer anyways if we buy it here, and we will keep the coffers, probably get to thin a copper. It's not clear to me what to go for here. My inclination might be to go for the crop rotation, but I'm really not sure what's really better here. And we could go risky and just play the silk merchant, but that would be probably stupid. And thus, yeah, we can just go for this treasure. And of course, we do miss the estate to discard here. Oh well. This should probably be something like silk merchant might not be correct here. I think we do want to trash out more some of the estates with research. But also we do want to get in a ducat, I think, just to have plus buy that is not dependent on the silk merchant, as now we're out of the villager. Yeah, I think going for research sounds pretty good. And then a ducat or a settlers with it. And I'm going for the ducat here, just to not be completely reliant on the silk merchant plus buy. And here I think we do pick up a dungeon. It's a great card to have at the start of your turn to try to find the estate. AI has picked up the key. We need to be a bit cognizant of that. And actually next turn we have the dungeon in there. That's really good. So maybe we just get the key back and pick up something like gold and dungeon ourselves. Although the second dungeon is not yet necessary. Can also go a bit more aggressive on the silk merchants now, because we have the research which could trash them for some really nice benefit. I think the research route is maybe a tiny bit better than the archive, but only time will tell. But I think for sure we want to get a gold here, just to get some payload going. And with that, maybe experiment might be the correct call. How much will we draw next turn? This turn we had the boost from research, so probably putting in some experiments is not too bad. And yeah, let's see. If everything goes well, we might be able to trash this estate to the research and set aside the other estate. Or we might be able to trash... Well, we won't be able to trash the silk merchant because, well, we don't find it. But we do get to retake the key while also getting a copper trashed. That's pretty good. And for now, I like keeping the cycling going, and in this case, this means either experiments or dungeon. And I like myself this dungeon sandwich, so let's go for that. It's really a pity we do not find any of the estates here, actually, because we have so much good stuff down there and many actions in that many. But we have to research the dungeon and the treasure down there. I do not like playing this silk merchant here, and I think at this point it's correct to pick up another silk merchant, and along with that probably a settlers. It's not all too important, but yeah, should be all right. It's our crop rotation stuff hasn't been working out like at all. And here I think we just set up a big next turn and take the key back, so AI cannot do anything with that province. And yeah, AI has 8 coffers. That's scary. Let's first play this dungeon, or no, actually let's play this crop rotation first to put the 2 estates back into the shuffle. And yeah, we can safely discard here. Settlers, actually it didn't matter what we put into this shuffle at all, because we're drawing anyways. Can trash one more copper and probably go for something like province road network ourselves. AI needs to province, and thus, yeah, I mean, also another option might be a gold, but we had lots of draw coming in with this research, so actually, okay, we discarded copper estate there, we discarded another estate. So actually we might want to play the Silk Merchant and top deck something green. I think the villager is not worth that much. So the enter plus buy is going to be quite good. So we go for province, road network, and maybe another ducat. Just for a little more plus buy. Or could even just be a copper, in which case we shouldn't have trashed the copper. I'm deliberating now. Hmm. We probably won't have the time to set up another big silk merchant turn. Maybe we also just skip and are okay with having wasted this villager in order to top deck an estate. Maybe that's the best course of action, actually, just because we have wait, I need to pause the video very briefly. And I'm back, and it seems like we didn't need to really worry about the situation concerning the green on top, but yeah, oh, for sure we should discard a copper here to pick it back up with the settlers. And if we just play this research, setting aside a bunch of stuff, then we only will have 2 buys next turn, and that will be a major problem. So what we should do, I believe, is research the gold, pick it back up with treasurer, gain a treasure, and do we want to play the Silk Merchant? What is the last card? It's probably just an estate. Right, we set aside the ducat there. It's yeah, it is an estate. So that can stay there. We don't need the plus buy. I think if AI triple provinces or is able to triple province, we're toast anyways. So, and since it has 8 coffers, so it can province something. But apart from that, it only has 1 gold. It has 7 coppers. The treasurer, so that's 10 plus 7 coppers, 10, 13. And the key is 14, so it can only double province, and well, the treasurer can pick up a copper. Ah, it has ducats. But I think it exchanged the ducats for coppers. Well, if it draws, it might be able to triple province, but if it triple provinces, it will be out of reach anyways for us, right? Let me think this through. If a triple provinces, we just Duchy here. We have 17 points. With triple province, AI will be at 33, I believe. 33, 17. That means we would need to province triple duchy no, and the stage to tie, which we wouldn't be able to do. So yeah, we do need to go for this province, and there is no way around that. And AI, let's see, it fires off everything and goes for double Duchy. Okay, that is pretty nice. Yeah. We, on the other hand, get to put whatever down there, it doesn't matter. Gain a treasure, probably. We want the gratification right now. How much money do we have? We have 16 for double province. Um, if we play the silk merchant, then we would have even more. But actually, we cannot do. This is annoying. We cannot really go province or even double province, because otherwise, if AI goes for province, well, if we go for double province, we have 32 points, and province duchy wins for AI, which it should be able to go for. So I think we'd play the second dungeon, right? We just make sure that next turn we have the best chances of drawing, and play that to take the key instead of going for anything else, and just think triple duchy ourselves. I think we need to triple duchy ourselves, as annoying as it is, and that means we only have 2 buys next turn or no treasurer next turn. But I think it is what we need to do here. What a thriller, actually. Yeah, AI just goes for a single province there. Pretty correct, probably. And yeah, what do we do? Uh, these coffers are so annoying. I think we need to trash the silk merchant and just hope for the best. Going for Duchy and nothing else. I mean, this could be another silk merchant, but really the only thing we need at this point is double province. And the only way we'll achieve this is by having this big research thingy, and yeah, man, our decks are both so bad. Okay, very good. I was not able to pick up one of the provinces plus a duchy there. So we might have a chance of, how much money is this? Of double provincing and winning this cursed game. And oh me, oh my, this endgame was a pain to play out. Our decks both completely deteriorated. We needed to play this really weird dance around the duchies. And in the end, I think that the main difference was that we had those 2 golds. And we both played this very moneyish strategy, silk merchants, treasurer, crop rotation, not much else. And yeah, I'm not sure whether a strategy gunning for bustling villages is really going to be able to outscore this AI that is scarily fast. Like, I mean, the last 3 turns or 2 turns are probably not representative of the capabilities of our decks, because we both did not pick up provinces when we could have, because we didn't want to leave the opponent with a win. But AI just racking up those 8 coffers, having silk merchants and archives and whatnot in its deck, paired with the crop rotation boost at the start of your turn. This kingdom is scary, man. I'm very happy I don't have to replay this. Yeah, I don't know. I really feel like this second gold made the difference. I guess with bustling villages, if you go for the proper engine and lots of silk merchants, lots of bustling villages, you can do big priest economy because then you can really trash during your turn, do treasurer stuff, do more aggressive research, gold treasurer stuff, but then also you have half of your deck set aside. I'm not sure. Yeah, complicated kingdom. I like mostly how we played this. Probably there were a few inaccuracies, especially towards the end there, but in the end we turned out we came out on top with a really good score, even in this deteriorating deck. And yeah, let's see, AI had this hand of gold, ducat, silk merchant, treasurer, copper, so it would have for sure been able to province, but also maybe even province and more, or probably even double province with the four coffers. So it was really, really close. We really needed to find that hand of double province there. Anyways, I think that wraps up today's video. I will go outside and play in the snow now and see what the day is bringing. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll try to catch you in the next one. Goodbye.